Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you guys how to crochet a very cute tank top here. This is my favorite tank top so far. I love it so much and I'm so excited to share with you guys, and I hope you like it as well. And I have free written pattern for size extra small go up to XXL. It's available on my blog, but if you prefer PDF printable version, it's available for purchase on my Etsy shop and my Ravelry store, and I will put all the link in description below. And for this tutorial, I make in size small. Okay, I hope you enjoy. Here is the materials that you will need for this project. So for this project, I'm using Burnett Softy Baby Cotton. Okay, this is my second time using this yarn. I love it. And I love cotton yarn, so here is the color, cotton. And it is light number 3 yarn. Okay, and then here is 254 yards per each skein, or 232 meter per each skein. So you need 2 skein, but you're not gonna use the whole 2 skein. So this is what I have left in 2 skein. The second skein I just used almost a quarter, just a little bit. Alright, but if you're gonna use the same yarn that I used, you need 2 skeins. And if you wanna use different yarn, please look for light number 3 yarn. Okay, and crochet hook size 5 millimeters. And scissors. Before we start, I just want to talk about this pattern a little bit. So for this tank top, we're gonna make 2 panels. The back and the front panel make exactly the same. Okay, we will make the chain right here. Make a long chain, and the chain that we make gonna be the width of the tank top, and I will tell you exactly how many chain that I make. Alright, and then we will crochet back and forth. I use half double crochet for this pattern. Okay, crochet back and forth. When we come to this part right here, we will separate the left side and the right side to be the bra shape. Alright, and I will tell you exactly how many rows that I made to come to this point before I separate the left and the right. Alright, and then yeah, the left side and the right side is make exactly the same, and we will crochet the left side first. It'll look like this. We're just gonna focus on the left side first and crochet, and also this includes the straps as well. That's why it's look long. Okay, and then when we're done with the left side when you wear it. Okay, and then when you're done with the left side, we will add a new yarn right here, and then crochet the right side. The same pattern that we make for the left side, exactly the same, everything the same. Alright, and we need 2 of this. So see, when we have 2, we will put them like this, and then we will sew on the side here. Okay, and then at the shoulder here, at the straps here, we will tie them together. That's why we need a long strap here. Alright, tie like this. Okay, and let's talk about the measurement. So the measurement for this one, so this is size small. Okay, so from here all the way to here is 14.4 inches width across. Okay, from here to here, not around, across 14.4 inches. And for the length, from here, the bottom, all the way up here, but not all the way to the end of the strap. Okay, around here where we gonna tie the strap together, it is about 14.8 inches length. Okay, and also depend on where you tie it as well. So the length that I just tell you, from here all the way up to here, where I tie the strap together is 14.8 inches length. Okay, and like I said, it depends on the strap as well. Like for example, if you wanna tie higher, so you have a lower neckline, the length will change. It'll be longer length. Okay, so it was 14.8, right, where I tell you, and then if you bring this knot up, it might be like 15 and a half or 15 inches length. All right, keep that in mind. Yeah, I just give you some idea. Okay, and yeah, I just want to show you here real quick. See here and here. So here you can tie a bow, or you just can tie a knot, whatever you prefer. Okay, like that. And if you want to make a longer top, and even you want to make a dress, you're gonna keep crochet back and forth before you separate the left side and the right side. Okay, crochet more than I tell you how many rows you need to crochet. All right, and yeah, when you have that length, you're gonna stop, gonna be right here, and then you're gonna start separate the left side and the right side. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, anyway, don't forget to go check out free written pattern for size extra small to XXL on my blog. I will put the link in the description below. And if you prefer PDF printable version, is available for purchase on my Etsy shop and my Ravelry store. And I will put the link in the description below as well. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna start off with a slip knot. And then I'm gonna make 55 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, make sure to make your chain loosely, and then I will be back when I have 55 chains. Okay, now I have 55 chains. So for row 1, gonna be the right side. For the odd number row, gonna be the right side, and for the even number row, gonna be the wrong side. Okay, so row 1 is the right side, and then we're gonna skip 1 chain stitch and then half double crochet into the next chain stitch. Okay, but I always like to go into the little bump on the back of the chain stitch. You also can insert your hook into the normal chain stitch as well, whatever you prefer, but I just want to tell you what I do for my top. Okay, so yarn over, skip 1 chain stitch and then half double crochet into the next. But I'm gonna turn this way and then insert my hook into the little bump of the chain stitch here, and then pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. You're gonna yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So this is the first half double crochet, and then we're gonna make 1 half double crochet into each chain stitch across. So yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain stitch. Again, I go into the little bump on the back of the next chain stitch here. Pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now we have 2 half double crochet. Repeat that, yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, next chain stitch. I go into the little bump again, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, now I have 3. I'm just gonna keep repeat that, yarn over, insert the hook into the next chain stitch, pull up a loop and make a half double crochet. Just repeat this. Okay, so the reason I like to go into the little bump of the chain stitch, it gives me very nice edge here at the bottom. Again, whatever you prefer. Alright, keep making 1 half double crochet into each chain stitch across, and then I will meet you guys back in when you reach the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1 here, and I have 54 half double crochet stitches, and then for row 2 gonna be the wrong side, and we're gonna chain 1, and the chain 1 never count as a stitch, and then turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch across. So I'm gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch here, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Do the same. Yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through. Okay, repeat that. Yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Just repeat that into each stitch across. Oops. Okay. Alright, keep making 1/2 double crochet into each stitch across, and I will meet you guys back in when you reach the end of row 2. I'm at the end of row 2 here, but I haven't made the last half double crochet yet. I just want to show you guys, sometimes it can be a little difficult to see. So if you're not sure where is the last stitch, you can turn as well, and you can see this V shape here, and you're gonna make the last half double crochet in there. So I'm gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the last stitch here, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to create the last half double crochet. And then the end of row 2, I have the same amount of the stitches that I have in row 1, which is 54 half double crochet stitches. I recommend you guys to count your stitches every row, so you not increase or decrease by accident. So now, for row 3 to row 20, I'm gonna repeat row 2. Again, this is size small, okay? And also, if you make size small but you want your top to be longer, or if you want to make a dress, you keep repeating row 2 more than 20 rows. Alright, so right now we right here. Okay, and then we're just gonna repeat row 2, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Alright, when I reach the end of row 20, I will be right here. And after that, we will separate the left side and the right side for the bra shape. Okay, so if you want longer top or you make a dress, keep repeating more than 20 rows before you separate the left side and the right side for the bra shape. Okay, alright, for me, I'm gonna make 20 rows. So yeah, row 3 to row 20, repeat row 2. I'll show you guys a couple more stitches. So row 3, chain 1, never count as a stitch, and turn, and then repeat the same as row 2, which is 1/2 double crochet into each stitch across. So I'm gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch here, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Just repeat that. Yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Alright, see the same pattern, just make half double crochet. Oops. Okay, and don't forget the last stitch. And also, like I said, I recommend you guys to count your stitches every row. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat row 2 till I have 20 rows, and I will be right here. And then for row 21, I will start separate the left side and the right side for the bra shape. Alright, whatever the row that you want to stop, whatever your design length that you want for your top, before you separate the left side and the right side, I will meet you guys back in. Okay, and yeah, good luck. Okay, now I have 20 rows here. This is the end of row 20, and you might have different number of rows because, like I said, if you want longer top or if you make a dress, you might have more than 20 rows. Okay, so for me, I just make 20 rows before I separate the left side and the right side for the bra shape. Okay, And yeah, this is the end of row 20. And for row 21, I'm gonna chain 1, never count 8 stitch and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then for row 21, I'm gonna start to separate the left side and the right side for the bra shape, and we will crochet the left side first. So the right side gonna look like this, and we will just focus on the left side first. All right, and after we done with the left side, and we will come back for the right side. All right, and we will start decrease. So row 21, I'm gonna skip 1 stitch, which is the first stitch here, okay? And then make 1/2 double crochet into each of next 24 stitches. So I yarn over, skip the first stitch, insert the hook into the next, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. This is the first half double crochet. And then we're gonna yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. This is the second double crochet. Yarn over, just repeat that. Okay, now I have 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna keep making 1/2 double crochet into each stitch until I have 24 stitches. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and yeah, I will meet you guys back in when I have 24 stitches. Okay, now I have 24 half double crochet stitches here, and then next I'm gonna skip next stitch and make 1/2 double crochet into the next. So I yarn over, skip the next stitch, insert the hook into the next, and make 1/2 double crochet. All right, and then I have total of 25 half double crochet stitches for row 21 for the left side. The left side when you wear it, okay? Right here. And if I'm gonna count the stitches that I skip, which is the first stitch I skip here, and then the stitch before the last stitch, that means I skip 2 stitches, right? So now I have 25 stitches. If I include those 2 stitches, that means I have 27 stitches. That is half of 54 stitches. So when I start here, I have 54 stitches. I cut it, I split it in half, so I will have 27 stitches on each side. But I skip 2 stitches, 1 stitch on each side here, and that's why I have 25. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Yeah. And then now for row 22, just focus on the left side only, okay? We not talk about the right side right now, just the left side. The left side when you wear it. So row 22, chain 1, never count 8 stitch and turn. And then we're gonna skip the first stitch and then make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 stitches left at the end. Okay, so I yarn over, skip the first stitch, insert the hook into the next, and make 1/2 double crochet, and then 1/2 double crochet into the next, 1/2 double crochet into the next. All right, just keep making 1/2 double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 stitches left at the end, and I will meet you guys back in. Now I'm at the end of row 22 and I have 2 stitches left at the end, and we're gonna decrease again, which is skip next stitch and then make 1/2 double crochet into the last stitch here. So I yarn over, skip the next stitch, insert the hook into the last stitch. The last stitch is a little difficult to see. Okay, you can turn this way as well if you're not sure, and then you can see the V shape here. that is the last stitch. Alright, so after I yarn over, I skip the next, insert the hook into the last stitch here, pull up a loop and make half double crochet. Alright, I'm at the end of row 22 and I have 23 stitches. In each row, you will decrease 2 stitches, 1 stitch on each side. Remember when we start, we skip the first stitch, right? And then at the end, we skip 1 stitch before the last stitch. That means we decrease 2 stitches in each row. And yeah, for row 23 to row 32, we're gonna repeat row 22. Alright, and then in each row, you will decrease 2 stitches, 1 stitch on each side. And I recommend you guys to count your stitches every row. Make sure that you decrease 2 stitches. Sometimes you not see the last stitch, you might decrease more than 2 stitches, or you might decrease just 1 stitch. You know, that's why it's good to count your stitches. Okay, like I said, row 23 to row 32, repeat row 22, which is chain 1 and turn. And the chain 1 never count as a stitch. And then skip the first stitch and make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 stitches left. So yarn over, skip the first stitch, insert the hook into the next and make 1/2 double crochet, and then 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. Alright, and yeah, keep making 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. And I will meet you guys again when you have 2 stitches left at the end of row 23. Now I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 23. I want to show you again. See, the last stitch is kind of difficult to see, right? Be careful. So I turn this way. So I see I have 2 V shape here. That means the last 2 stitches. Okay, so I'm gonna yarn over, skip the next stitch, and then insert the hook into the last stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. That's what it looks like. And then the end of row 23, I have 21 stitches because I decreased 2 stitches, 1 stitch on each side. See, we just repeat row 22 now. And yeah, I already made row 23 here. So for row 24 to row 32, I'm gonna repeat row 22. And every row I will decrease 2 stitches, 1 stitch on each side. So the end of row 32, I should have 3 stitches left. And yeah, I'm gonna keep repeating row 22 until I have 32 rows. And I will meet you guys back in. Good luck. I'm at the end of row 32 here and I have 3 stitches left. And for row 33, I'm gonna chain 1, never count as a stitch, and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna stop decrease, okay? We're gonna make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. So I have 3 stitches here and I should have 3 half double crochet. So I yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch and make 1/2 double crochet, and then yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch and make 1/2 double crochet, and yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, which is the last stitch, and make 1/2 double crochet like so. And then for row 34 to row 62, I'm gonna repeat row 33, okay? And for this part, gonna be include the straps as well, which is here, okay? If you want longer straps, feel free to make more than 62 rows. Alright, for me, I think the length of my straps is perfect for me. That's what I like, and everybody like different. So if you want longer, or if you want to be able to tie a large bow, you just keep repeat row 33 more than 62 rows. Alright, I'll show you one more time, one more row I mean and yeah, this is row 33. So now row 34, chain 1 and turn. The chain 1 never count as a stitch, and then make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook into first stitch, pull up a loop and make 1/2 double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook into next stitch, pull up a loop and make 1/2 double crochet. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next, which is the last stitch, and make 1/2 double crochet. See, it's the same pattern. So now I'm at row 34. Alright, I'm just gonna keep crochet, repeat the same pattern, 1/2 double crochet into each stitch until I have 62 rows. And then for row 63, we're gonna crochet this part to make this point like this. So I already make one panel. I will show you. So this is the panel that I already made. Okay, see? Sorry, I forget to show you guys earlier. See, this is strap, and this is row 63. See, to make this point like this. Alright. Again, if you want longer strap, feel free to add more rows. Okay, just repeat the same pattern. So for me, so now this is row 34, and for row 35 to row 62, I'm gonna repeat row 33, okay, which is 1/2 double crochet into each stitch, back and forth. And I will meet you guys back in when I reach the end of row 62. I'm at the end of row 62 here. That's what it looks like. And next, for the final row, we're gonna create this point here, this part, okay? So I'm gonna chain 1. So this is row 63, okay? And then turn, and then we're gonna make double crochet 3 stitches together, and the chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, okay? So gonna yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, okay? And then yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Now 4 loops on your hook, you're gonna yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, which is the last stitch. Insert the hook there, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook, you're gonna yarn over, pull through 2 loops, okay? And now you have 4 loops on your hook, and then you're gonna yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, like so. This is double crochet 3 stitches together, and then I'm gonna chain 1 to lock the yarn, and then we're gonna cut the yarn. And you don't need to leave a long tail, just leave a little tail, just enough to weave in the end. And after that, you're just gonna pull the yarn out, and then you will weave the end later, or now, whatever you prefer. Alright, so now we finish with the left side, just right here. And then next, we're gonna come back to the right side and create the right side. We're gonna add the yarn right here, right at the middle here. Okay, so now that's what it looks like. Right, we will add the new yarn here. Okay, I'm gonna bring new yarn and then add the new yarn into the next stitch of the last stitch of the left side here. So this is the last stitch that we make for the left side, right? The stitch next to it, we're gonna add the new yarn. We're not gonna skip any stitch in between those left and right side, okay? So see, I insert my hook here and then grab the new yarn, bring the new yarn out, and then tie a knot, and then I insert the hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, and chain one. And the chain one never count as a stitch. So remember, when we start here, we skip the first stitch, right? So for the right side, we're gonna repeat everything the same when we make for the left side, but I will help you get started. So the chain one doesn't count as a stitch, so we're gonna skip that stitch. We're not gonna crochet into that stitch that we add a new yarn and we chain one there. Okay, we're gonna half double crochet into next stitch here. Okay, so I yarn over, skip the very first stitch here, the stitch that we chain one, okay, and then make half double crochet into the next. Alright, this is the first half double crochet, and then make one half double crochet into each stitch until we have 2 stitches left. Okay, I will meet you guys back in when I have 2 stitches left at the end. So this is row 21 of the right side, okay? And I will meet you guys back in when you have 2 stitches left. Now I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 21, and then I'm gonna skip the next stitch and make half double crochet into the last stitch. So yarn over, skip the next, insert the hook into the last stitch and make half double crochet. And the end of row 21, I have the same amount of the row 21 for the left side here, which is 25 stitches, because we decreased 2 stitches. If we not decrease, we will have 27, right? That is half of 54 stitches. So see, the first stitch we skip here, which is the chain 1 stitch. That stitch counts as first stitch. We skip that one, we not half double crochet into that one. And then we skip the stitch before the last stitch. That means we decrease 2 stitches. And I have 25 stitches. And the pattern for the right side, for the bra shape right side, we're gonna repeat everything the same when we make the left side, okay? Everything the same. So I show you one more row. So row 22, we chain 1 and turn. The chain 1 never count as a stitch, and then skip the first stitch and then make 1 half double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 stitches left. So I yarn over, skip the first stitch, insert the hook into the next and make half double crochet, and then just make 1 half double crochet into each stitch until you have 2 stitches left at the end, and I will meet you guys back in. Now I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 22, and you can turn here this side as well, so you can see you have 2 stitches left. Remember, the first chain we don't count as a stitch, so don't count that stitch. Alright, we're gonna count this next stitch and then this next stitch. This is gonna be the last stitch. Alright, so I'm gonna yarn over, skip the next stitch and insert the hook into the next, which is the last stitch, and make half double crochet like so. And the end of row 22, I have 23 stitches. Make sure to count your stitches every row. And yeah, for row 23 to row 63, I'm gonna repeat everything the same when I make for the left side. It's the same pattern, alright? And yeah, I want you to keep repeating everything that you made for the left side into the right side. And make sure to count your stitches every row. And also make sure when you make the straps, how many rows you make for the left side, the right side gonna be the same amount of row. So that will be the same length, alright? And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make row 23 to row 63, and then I will be back. And yeah, good luck. Okay, now I finished with my right side here. So it looks like everything the same as the left side. Okay, see all the strap here, everything the same. And then you can weave all the ends now, or you can do that later, totally up to you. And you need two of this. Like I said, the back and the front panel are the same, so you need two of these. And then when you have two, we're gonna sew the side of the tank top together. Okay, so I already have two here. And then for sew the side of the tank top, we're gonna sew on the wrong side, so we're gonna put the right side facing each other. So for this panel, I will call this the back panel. Doesn't matter which one you wanna choose to be the front or the back panel, because they are the same. So I will call this back panel. So the back panel, the right side facing up right now, okay? And then I'm gonna bring my front panel. I'm gonna put the right side facing down, so the right side will facing each other, and we're gonna sew on the wrong side. So you can use any method you prefer for sewing, or even just slip stitch in there, whatever you prefer. For me, I cut a new strand of yarn about 26, 30 inches long, just enough to sew the bottom up to the armpit here, where we begin to separate the left and the right here, okay? So for size small, for me, from the bottom up here that I'm gonna sew total of 20 rows, because row 21 I start separate the left side and the right side for the bar shape. So I will sew 20 rows together for the front and the back panel, okay? So I'm gonna turn this side, so easy to sew. And then before you sew, make sure right side will facing each other. We will sew on the wrong side. So I have my yarn needle here, and then my strand of yarn, and then I'm just gonna insert my yarn needle into the very first stitch here, the front panel, right on the corner, and then the first stitch at the back panel there. Pull it out. I'm gonna tie those tails together a couple times. Alright, and then I'm gonna insert into next stitch of the front panel here, and then next stitch of the back panel there. Okay, and bring the yarn out. It's difficult to see the stitches because we don't have a normal stitches. You can guess where you're gonna insert your needle into, but make sure whatever you do, make sure that the panel, the back and the front panel are lining up. For example, row 1 of the back panel and then row 1 of the front panel are lining up like this. Okay, you want it lined up like this. You don't want like this. It's not straight. As you can see, this line, I will put right here better. Okay, that's better. See, right now it's lining up, right? The end of row 1 of the front and the back panel lined up, and then the end of row 2 of the back and the front panel is lining up like this. That's what you want. All right, you don't want like this. No, it's not good. All right, you're gonna want to sew everything straight, lining up. That's all important thing. It's difficult to see stitches though, but it's okay. So next stitch of the front panel here, next stitch of the back panel, pull the yarn out, and then next stitch of the front panel, next stitch of the back panel. Next stitch of the front panel, next stitch of the back panel. Okay, this is how I sew mine. Like I said, use any method you prefer. Alright, I'm gonna keep sewing all the way up till I reach row 20 and I will be back. Okay, now I reach the armpit here, which is row 20 for me. And also the row that before I separate the left and the right side for the bra shape. At row 20 for me. Just want to make sure one more time. Alright, and after I reach that row 20, and then I just gonna hide the tail and weave all the end. So, gonna insert back into the stitch. And then I'm just gonna tie a couple knots. And hide my tail. Insert back. Make sure it's secure and then trim the tail. Okay, and then you also gonna weave all the end here. You can weave the end now or later, doesn't matter. And then I'm gonna show you on the right side. So this is the wrong side where we sew. This is the right side. Okay, and then you're gonna sew the other side exactly the same. Whatever method you use for this side, you're gonna sew this side the same. And again, sew in the wrong side. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this side, and then I'm gonna weave all my ends, and I will be back. Okay, now I sew both sides, and then I weave all my ends, and then after that I turn my right side out. So now my right side out. That's what it looks like. This where we sew. Okay, and here is the other side. Beautiful. And for the strap, you can tie whatever you prefer. So I'm just gonna show you how I tie mine. So I'm just gonna tie normal, like that. Kind of adjust it a little bit, like so. Very cute. Or you can tie a bow. It's difficult to show here, but yeah. then the other side. Like this. Very cute. I love it. And also you can adjust this as well. If you want lower neckline, you can bring this knot up a little bit here to make the strap lower. Okay, I hope it makes sense. Okay, and then tie it. There you go. Just like that. It's very easy and very cute and beautiful. Oh, I love it. And yeah, congratulations, you just create a very cute tank top. And I hope you enjoy making this tank top. And if you do, please give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And I would love to see your tank top as well. Please feel free to text me on my Facebook or Instagram. I will put all the link in the description below. And let me know what you think about this tank top. I love it so much. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.